Hey, music community, Jeff here again. I'm going to jump on another contest. This time around, it's for Shane at All the World's Enraged. No, wait a minute, that's not right. This is for Steve at All the World's a Stage. You might get that joke if you watch other entries to this video. Anyway, he wants to see, he's doing a contest, and he wants to see three of our favorite Bob Dylan songs that have been covered. There's a whole story behind why. You can check out the video. You definitely want to check out the video to get the understanding, the theory behind this contest. I won't try to rattle it all off because I'm sure I'll do it wrong. It's got to do with birth dates. It's got to do with this mother. We're going to talk about our mothers at the end here. So, but first up, three Bob Dylan cover songs or songs that Bob Dylan wrote. I admit I'm not a huge Bob Dylan fan. I have a few of his albums, so there are times where I'll listen to songs and didn't know it was a Bob Dylan song because I'm not as familiar with his huge amount of work. So I do have a couple though that are a little more obvious, or some that I am very familiar with, and so I have access. I noticed in my collection when I did a quick search that I probably got a dozen or so. I'm going to pick out three of my favorites from that. The obvious one, Knock on Heaven's Door. I mean, what, Guns N' Roses did it. The band Heaven did it. They did a great rockin' version of, what is it, Australian band, I believe. It's a hard rockin' version of the song and titled the album by that too. And here's one, Milo Lefevre, Weak at the Knees. He does a cover on here of Girl from the North Country. And so that is a classic. This is an earlier album of Milan's I believe in the 70s. So this would have been back in the heyday of Bob Dylan, 1977. So not too far off. And then one, which at the time I listened to this back in when was this, in the 90s? I had no clue it was Bob Dylan. That came later, but absolutely love the song, love the album. I have it on CD here, Scenic Roots by Lost Dogs, the very first Lost Dogs album. Lost Dogs, kind of a greatest supergroup type thing. You got Micro from the 77s. You got people from the Choir and Adam again. And anyway, it's a super group of times. They put out quite a few albums over the decades, and just love their stuff. Very folksy, very, they folk to rock to all kinds of stuff in between, influences from all the different bands. I bought it because of Micro from the 77s and fell in love with this album. And on here, they do Lord Protect My Child by Bob Dylan. Great thing. Like I say, back when I first got this, I didn't know that was a Bob Dylan song. It flows with this album very well, and it was just a great song. So there you go, three cover tracks by Bob Dylan. Now, he wanted to hear about our mom. My mom is no longer with us, passed away in 2002. Brief story behind that. At the time, I was living in Mississippi. Called her, said, hey, we were coming home in July, have plans to start searching to relocate back to Virginia, which is my hometown. She's like, great, so we came back and we stayed here with her and we did some searching for apartments and got some stuff set up to begin the thoughts of moving. So then we left in July and we told her, okay, we're going back. We'll get our stuff together. We'll probably be moving back by the end of the year, by December-ish. And sometime a couple weeks later, she ended up, going to the doctor, and they realized she had some blockages, so they rushed her in for emergency bypass surgery. And so during the surgery, which seemed to go well, during the surgery, the surgeon somehow nicked one of her lungs, causing some internal bleeding. Therefore, they put her into a induced coma till they could heal. She was in that for, I don't know, extended period of time, week or two. And then she came out of it and everything, and she was in the physical therapy, doing the things, standing up and walking around and just kind of, looking to be released the following day. My brother was here with her. She was just come from doing her walk around, stuff, and they were looking to release her the next day. She's saying goodbye to my brother, and she's just like, I don't feel so good, and she was gone. So, yeah, I mean, we assume it was a blood clot from being under for so long and immobile for so long, and that it just broke loose after a walk and just went to her, and they couldn't revive her. So anyway, yeah, I lost her in 2002. She was just shy of her 65th birthday. She was looking forward to getting on Social Security, so she didn't get any of that. She was just a couple months shy of 65. So anyway, having fond memories of her. Of course, Mother's Day was this past weekend and stuff. So yes, that's a little bit about her. She was a great woman, and loved her dearly, and used to talk to her every Sunday afternoon after church from wherever I lived, New York, Mississippi. it was always our time after church to just talk for a couple hours. So anyway, great times. Thanks a lot, Steve, for the contest, and we'll see you later. Make sure y'all check it out. Link below, and it's short lived, so do it fast. Rock on and rock on.